Why play Malzahar mid? Well, he's a versatile, well-rounded pick. Whether he's ahead or behind, he always brings amazing value. He has brilliant wave clear, and his ability to remove a single target is incredible. However, he does lack mobility and can be easily punished in the laning phase, and he is countered by champions buying QSS. Malzahar's passive gives him a spell shield. When active, he receives 90% reduced damage and will ignore the first CC effect. Upon taking damage or being CC'd, the shield will fail after a quarter of a second. It's good to know that this spell shield is different from every other one in the game, as it blocks the first CC effect, not the first ability. For example, as Mordekaiser's ultimate applies a small slow before entering the Death Realm, it will block the slow, but he will still enter the Death Realm. Malzahar's Q is a skill shot which opens 2 portals, which will then damage everything in between them. Enemies hit by this are silenced. Malzahar's W summons little void spiders. This can store up to 2 stacks at one time, and he gains a stack of this every time he uses one of his other abilities. When used, it will always create 1 void spider, plus an additional 1 for each stack. These will then attack enemies, prioritizing enemies recently damaged by his E or ultimate. Malzahar's E is his bread and butter. It is a point and click ability which applies a damage over time effect on an enemy for 4 seconds. If the target gets hit with his Q or ultimate during this time, the duration resets back up to 4 seconds. When an enemy effect with this dies, they pass it on to a nearby enemy and Malzahar regains some mana. Malzahar's ultimate is a point and click ability which suppresses a champion for 2.5 seconds, dealing damage. In addition, it creates a zone on the floor for 5 seconds which deals maximum health damage over the duration. This is insane single target lockdown. Your combo, if you have Voidling saved up, will be to use E, W, Q, then R, all of which can be used incredibly fast. If you don't have Voidling saved up, use your W after your Q. For Masteries, take this. With being able to extend your E's duration, you will often damage them multiple times with Aerie. For build order, start Ring and Pots before getting Liandry's, tier 2 boots, and a Crystal Scepter. After this, pick yourself up a Demonic Embrace and a Zhonya's, before finishing a build with any of these. For skill order, start E, then Q, then W, before maxing E, then Q, then W, taking ult whenever you can. For summoners, Flash and Teleport is standard, however anything from Ghost to Ignite to Exhaust all works very well. Starting the game, your main goal will be to farm past your weaker early game. Your main way of trading will be to apply E to the enemy champion, then, as close to the 4-second duration as possible, land a Q to extend its duration. When you have Lost Chapter, you'll be able to use E far more to help you push the lane and farm effectively. When you hit level 6, you don't want to use your ultimate until you've got a gank coming in, unless it's the most guaranteed kill ever. Junglers absolutely love ganking Malzahar at level 6, it's incredibly free. So, bait your enemy out from under their tower and lock them down for so long and deal so much damage that between you and your jungler, it's just an easy kill. However, if they're hard staying under their tower and not looking to fight you in any way, look to roam and get value out of it as soon as possible. Entering the mid game, you're still looking to hard farm until the late game. Push your lane out and roam for objectives and picks. Your ability to secure picks with your ultimate is incredible and leads to easy objectives. Entering the late game, Malzahar is incredibly strong. When the fight starts, apply E to a champion and then attempt to land your Q on as many targets as possible to silence potentially the entire team. Your goal is to stay alive, dealing constant damage and saving your ultimate until the best possible moment. If an enemy attempts to kill you or a carry, use your ultimate to keep yourself or them alive. Otherwise, use it on their carry.